Endowed with diverse, impressive landforms, there are amazing numbers of beautiful places across China. Here we pick the 15 most beautiful places in China for you. Each one is worth adding to your bucket list. Number 1. The Great Wall in Beijing. The Great Wall offers a once-in-a-lifetime travel experience with beautiful natural scenery and well-preserved walls and towers. It was once an important military defense, stretching out over 13,000 miles. April to June and September to November are the most beautiful periods to visit for blossoming flowers along the wall, with pleasant weather and heat. If you're looking to avoid the crowds, you can hike at the Mutianyu or Jiangkou section. It usually takes about 1 to 2.5 hours to get there from downtown Beijing. Number 2. Yangshuo and Li River in Guilin. Yangshuo is a picturesque countryside on the western bank of the Li River, featuring stunning karst landscapes and an idyllic rustic atmosphere. Yangshuo is 65 kilometers south of Guilin City. Taking a cruise could be a great way to get there and offers you a chance to fully appreciate the tranquil beauty of the Li River. Arriving at Yangshuo, the countryside view is what you can expect, from paddy fields to local markets and the plowing of local farmers and buffaloes. Riding a bicycle is the best way to glimpse the everyday life here. Number 3. Avatar Mountains in Zhangjiajie. The mountains, known as an inspiration for the majestic floating landscapes in the Hollywood movie Avatar, are famed for hundreds of naturally formed rock pillars with lush trees decorating the peaks. The best months for visiting Zhangjiajie are April and October. Typically, one day is perfect for taking many Instagram-popular photos. However, if you plan to explore the Tianmen Cave, which is not far from Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, you may need more time. Number 4. Mount Huangshan. The mountain is awesome with its imposing granite peaks, magnificent rock formations, seas of mist, and twistingly shaped pines, which have held great fascination for poets, painters, and photographers all the time. Driving from Huangshan City, about 50 kilometers, to the scenic area takes about 35 minutes. We recommended taking a 2-day tour here to capture its awe-inspiring sunrise and the sea of clouds. It's the most stunning moment here. Number 5. Lijiang, Yunnan. Lijiang is an ancient town with astonishing natural beauty, snow-capped mountains, fascinating canyons, and highland glaciated lakes. Get lost in the cobbled street. Experience the authentic ethnic minority customs and lives of the Naxi, Bai, Tibetans, and Han. Admire the panoramic snowy view of Jade Dragon Snow Mountain on the cable car. If you'd like to try a mild physical challenge, hike through the Tiger Leaping Gorge with intense water flow and dangerous gravel. Number 6. Yunnan Shangri-la. Shangri-la is located in the Yunnan Tibetan region, an unspoiled paradise of rustic landscapes and native flavor. The snow-capped mountains, alpine meadows, wild gorges, and Tibetan villages and monasteries all form a unique introduction to Shangri-la. You can get wholly snowy views of Meili Snow Mountain and Baima Snow Mountain. Head to Pudakuo National Park for a sightseeing of a great variety of wild mammal and bird species. A nice highlight is visiting local villages and Buddhist temples, like Nixi Pottery Village, Dukzong Old Town, and Songzanlin Lamasery, known as the Little Potala Palace, basking in traditional Tibetan life and religion. Number 7. Lhasa in Tibet. Lhasa is the capital city of Holy Tibet in the bosom of the Himalayas. It is considered an important pilgrimage site for Tibetan Buddhists with a large collection of religious architecture. You will seek out the former splendor of Tibetan kings and Dalai Lamas in the iconic landmark Potala Palace. The Jokang Temple provides opportunities to experience Tibetan Buddhism amidst devout pilgrims, life-giving incense, and flickering butter lamps. From June to October is the best time to visit Lhasa because of the warm and sunny daytime that brings clear sapphire-like skies. Number 8. Zhangye Danxia Geopark. The Geopark is stunning for the Danxia landscape, referring to a special landform featured in red and cliffs found in northwest China. The summer months from July to September are the best time to capture the most vibrant rainbow colors of the park due to the great reflection of the maximum amount of sunlight. We recommend a 3-day exploration of the park, enough to indulge in its picturesque landscape and interesting cultural things. Number 9. Kanas in Xinjiang. Kanas is a painting inferior to Mountain Lake amid the deep forests and mountains of Altai in northern Xinjiang. The most fascinating highlight is its charming hues change in 4 seasons and surrounding conditions. You will find the lake color ranging from crystal blue, gem green, to deep gray. Different colors of the setting match the lake perfectly for a splendid picture. 2 days is ideal to check out the scenery of Kanas Lake and the adjoining primitive villages. It's good to spend more days in Kanas City for historical sites. Number 10. The Bund in Shanghai. The Bund is an iconic waterfront area and a historic district on the west bank of the Huangpu River in Shanghai. It has become a must-see attraction for its flourishing modernity, blending the century-old history of both Chinese and Western influences. It is wonderful to take a Huangpu River cruise at night to catch the unique perspective of the Bund, with a mix of illuminated magnificence of century-old buildings and skyscrapers. Early spring through early summer, it is best in the early morning or in the evening, is the best visit time to avoid extreme heat and cold and enjoy a cool riverside breeze. Number 11. West Lake in Hangzhou. As the symbol of Hangzhou, West Lake is praised as the heaven on earth. Its tranquil vibe and surrounding cultural landmarks have been drawing numerous poets and artists from ancient times to the present. Dotted with causeways, bridges, pagodas, temples, pavilions, and man-made islands, the lake is enchanting to visit all year, with characteristic scenery in different seasons. 1 day is adequate to go through West Lake from many angles by walking, bicycling, or a traditional boat cruise. Number 12. Suzhou's Classical Gardens. These gardens are Suzhou's symbol, making a symphonic combination of rocks, water, trees, and various types of old buildings. The most famous of them include Humble Administrator's Garden, Lingering Garden, Master of the Net's Garden, and Lion Grove Garden. It's just fine to appreciate the flowing waterways and exquisite sights of Suzhou's gardens any time of the year. However, if you're looking for a more beautiful addition, from March to April, peach trees compete for blossom, bringing prosperity and happiness to the beautiful city. Number 13. Steppes of Inner Mongolia. Inner Mongolia boasts a vast region of rolling grasslands characterized by endless green and a nomadic way of life, with twisting rivers, diamond-like lakes, and a vast blanket of verdant grasses. Inner Mongolia is the most vibrant from July to August, when the grass is greenest. Moreover, Nadam is also held during this time. You can expect dazzling activities such as traditional wrestling, horse racing, and archery. We recommended planning a 5-day trip while staying in a Mongolian yurt with a unique glimpse into centuries-old nomadic life and stories of Mongols. Number 14. Victoria Peak in Hong Kong. Victoria Peak is the highest point at 552 meters above sea level on the Hong Kong Islands. Ascending to the top, you will be rewarded with a panoramic view of the city's cloud-topping skyline and the beautiful Victoria Harbour around you. It is optimal for a half-day tour during which you can top the peak in the middle afternoon in cool to wait for the glorious sunset and dazzling nightlights of the island. Number 15. Mingsha Mountain in Dunhuang. In the bosom of the central Gobi Desert, Mingsha Mountain is a mesmerizing pearl on the outskirts of the oasis town of Dunhuang. You can trace the footprints of ancient Silk Road travelers by an unforgettable camel or motorcycle ride, and you are just steeped in the serenity and grandeur of Crescent Lake and the surrounding Tang-style architecture amid the dunes. From late April to mid-October, it's the best period to spend one night camping at the backside of Mingsha Mountain for the brilliant starry sky. In wintertime, you can seek out its grand snow-white impression. That's all our recommendations. China is vast, and there are many more places worth visiting than the 15 destinations mentioned. For more questions about China travel, please feel free to contact Odynovo. Our experienced travel experts will be more than happy to help you. Consulting services are free, so don't hesitate to ask for help. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.